I'm here on the Spanish Mediterranean coast because I am now test driving the Geely E5. And you might be thinking, Geely, who are they? Well, they're the owners right now of Volvo, Polestar, Zeekr, Lotus. They make smart cars, not clever cars, but the brand, smart. And now Geely, the brand itself, are coming here to Spain. In fact, it's not just another Chinese electric SUV. This one gives you a lot more for a lot less. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean with that. So the Geely E5 is a compact SUV, as many others coming from China. This one is 4.62 meters long and 1.90 meters wide. They prioritized interior space a lot, so they moved the front seats a little bit further forward and the back seats a little bit further backwards. And you can see that there's actually quite a lot of space. I'll be testing it. I'm 1.90 meters, so I'm a good test subject for that. The battery is LFP and it's Geely homemade. It's what they call a short blade, I guess, as opposed to the blade batteries from BYD. The battery is structural. It sits at the bottom of the car, and of course it helps with security and ensures that the driving is more comfortable because the car doesn't wobble as much. This is a flexible platform, so this car is built on the same platform as the Starray EMI, which is their hybrid SUV. I didn't pay too much attention to the hybrid because we're on totally electric. We're only interested in battery electric cars because they are the future. Charging is not the strongest in this car. It charges at only 100 kilowatts, still enough to charge from 10 to 80% in 28 minutes. We've got V2L, so vehicle to load, where we can plug something into our car, speaker, barbecue, whatever, and it'll give it electricity from the charge port outside. But there's also V2V, vehicle to vehicle. So you can actually, with a special cable that Geely gives to you when you get the car, plug in another car and charge from car directly to another car. Benefits of that is that you charge at higher speed. If you do V2V, you're charging at 6.6 kilowatts, which is quite decent. So the Geely E5 is available in 3 different versions. They all share the same motor. It's got a front wheel drive, 156 kilowatts, same as 218 horsepower. And they've got 2 different batteries. So the entry-level one's got 60.2 kilowatt hours of usable battery, with which it can do around 430 according to the WLTP standard. Then the next level up, which is called the Pro Plus, has got 68.4 kilowatt hours of battery. Not a whole lot more, but it can do 475 kilometers according to the WLTP standard. And then instead of having a bigger battery now, we have a more equipped vehicle, which is called the Max Plus. Same big battery, same motor, same range, but equipped with all the gadgets. And that is the version we've got here. We like gadgets. When looking at the exterior design, I think that it looks, honestly, totally generic. There's no specific line or identity or something that I look at it and go, wow, it's a Geely. It just looks like a standard SUV. However, I think this is the focus of the Geely Group, not to make a car that is designed to be extremely desirable by the looks of it. No. They focus, in this case, on the aerodynamics of the exterior and most of all, on the technology in these cars. So inside, it's high-tech, but not full of buttons high-tech, more sort of, digital high-tech. For example, the steering wheel. You got 4 buttons that are actual physical buttons, and then you got these contextual things here. On the left-hand side is for controlling your ADAS systems, for driver assistance features. On the right-hand side, it's for things like sound, but it's also contextual. So if you're moving your seat around or if you're doing other things, such as you can use them for that. They're not fixed to just one functionality. We've got a 15.4 inch screen in the middle and we've got a 10.2 inch screen behind the steering wheel. And if you get the Max Plus, you also get a heads-up display. You don't get that in the other 2 versions. Then you have the seats. They're ventilated, they're heated. They've got massaging in them. All right. And if you get the Max version, you also get this amazing panoramic sunroof, which can actually open and you can cover it up. Yeah, it's got it all. I do think, though, that this being a tech car, we need to focus on the screen and what we can do there. I think the first thing we should try is the speech recognition system. It's sort of an AI thing. Hi, Geely.
Okay, where do you want to go?
Portugal.
This is what I found. Of course.
Okay, so it did plan a route to Portugal, and obviously I'm not going to get there with them. It's quite far from where I am right now, so it's about 1,000 kilometers. So there's a button there to plan for charging stops, and it did it. It did it quite quickly, and it did it quite well. So it's found 4 charging stops here. And how much information are we going to get on each one of them? We know how many are available, what the actual cost is, what the speed of charging is there. Perfect. All right. Nothing to it but to do it then. Let's go and
Please observe the applicable traffic regulations.
I shall. Now, if I click on the route planning, it'll tell me when I get to the charger, with how much battery, how much time I'm going to stay there for charging up to 80%, and how much it's going to cost me. Brilliant. This is probably one of the best planning systems I've seen. It's on par with Tesla's. Really good. Now, we also have applications. So you can even install new applications. Where is it? Apps. There you go. I've installed Spotify and Candy Blast. Let's play some Candy Blast here. This app is boring. This game is boring. How do people get hooked up on that game? Really? Flicking little candies up and down? Anyway, plenty of other things I can do here with the apps. Some of them, for example, if I'm in gear, will have a little P on them so I can only use them while the car is actually parked. I like that. It's not like others where I can watch TikTok while driving. I also have a camping mode and rest mode. Let's try those later on. I've got plenty of settings and vehicle controls. One of the funny things is that I can select, you know, that's one of the most important things. Vehicle search mode. Let's see what it says. Please press the key lock button twice near the vehicle to trigger the vehicle search or use your application. And then it can either honk and blink or honk or only blink. Yes, very important stuff. I've got eco comfort and sport driving modes, and I've got 4 levels of energy regeneration. So how much does it brake when I take my foot off the accelerator? Got auto, low, medium and high. Auto will vary depending on the traffic conditions I'm in. I can also do something clever here because I've got a button here. And if I double click it, it'll set it to my standard settings, to the ones that I've defined. So that means that with a double click on a button, it'll get rid of all these incredibly annoying beeps that our lovely governments think that all cars should have nowadays. I can set up my driver assistance with a female or a male voice. Hi, Geely.
How can I help?
Don't know about you, but I definitely prefer the female voice. There are some settings on the display. So the sound system, you can set it to recording, studio, music hall, opera house. I would have liked to have one saying my bathroom. I have excellent acoustics in my bathroom. But let's just try music hall, and I'll connect it with my, let's see, some music I can actually put on without having to pay extra for this video. This sound system absolutely slaps. Amazing. What's the demo mode? Don't know, but it's depressing me. I can connect the car to a Wi-Fi if I need to, for example, my phone, but I do get 2 gigabytes of data every month for free with Geely. And of course, it's got over-the-air updates and all that stuff. And the voice control is cloud-powered. You know what I'm talking about. It also remembers who I am. I've got driver profile. I've even got a profile for my co-pilot so that the seat can be adjusted to their liking. Did I mention I've got massaging seats? So scroll down there, and then I've got driver seat massage. Oh yeah. Hey, let's try what the rest mode is all about. So what do I need to do? Activate rest mode will disable occupant detection alert. Proceed with rest mode. Yeah, sure. Okay, so I have to select how much time do I want to rest for. I don't know, 10 minutes, take a break.
Driver's seat is about to recline. Please ensure there are no passengers or belongings in the rear.
Okay, I had to. All right. I had to take my camera off because it's I know what this mode is. I'm in Spain. This is siesta mode. All right, okay. So if you are feeling tired on the highway, you just take a 10-minute nap with forest sounds. Very nice. All right, end mode. Let's try the other mode. I think that was pretty cool. Camping mode. Enter camping mode will disable occupant detection alert. Yep. In camping mode, the vehicle will remain powered on until vehicle battery is below 20%. Note if battery is something, yeah, whatever. All right, so awaking from all our camping and all that stuff, I've got a 360 cameras here, so I can see in front and behind on the car. I've also got this funky view where I can sort of swivel it around, quite common nowadays. The cameras here are very nice and very good, very high quality. I can really see what's going on here. All right, so let's check out the interior space of which they are so proud. The guys at Geely, and no wonder. It's huge on the inside. So this car is just 4 meters 60 long, which is a C segment, but the interior space is more like a D segment SUV. It's, you know, really big. Got plenty of space for my knees. Got plenty of head space as well. I've got 2 USB ports down here. I've got air. I can heat my seats up here in the back, and I put my arm here. That's about it. I think the main point of this back seat is how big it is. I love it. Here's another party trick from the Geely E5. The seats can fold completely flat. So you can, I don't know, have your kids playing around in here. You got loads of space inside this car. So if you get the Max Plus version, you get an electronic liftgate. If you get the Pro or Pro Plus, it's manual. I don't know, that seemed like a funny omission in a tech kind of car. We got 461 liters in here, and one of the reasons why we have 461 in a car that's relatively short and has got loads of room on the inside is that there's a lot of space down here. You could probably fit 2 of the small suitcases for airplanes down there. Loads of space. However, there's no frunk. Something's got to give. And now all there's left for me to do is to drive it. All right, so I've set it to sport mode, and here's the thing. I'm about to exit a roundabout. I put my foot down and actually didn't get too much understeer. It was all right. I got a little, but not too much. Usually, in many of these Chinese cars with more than 200 horsepower, as soon as I put my foot down while the steering wheel is not completely straight, it's skid row. But this was all right. Let's see what it does in the roundabout here. So, no, it's fine. Can't complain. Really have to force it in order for it to lose grip. Very good, Geely. Now, it's not a sporty car by any means or by any definition. It's just a comfortable family car. It's not too jittery. They're not gonna be sick around you. It's not too planted either. You're not gonna race around a racetrack and enjoy the suspension around the apex of a curve. Nah, it's just a good old family car. And you know what? It's all right for that. Now, how well does it work as an electric car for the city, for example? So I've set the regenerative braking to its highest setting, I believe. Yes, I have. So now going 80, I'm letting go of the accelerator now. And it's slowing down very, very slowly. So now I'm at 60. Now I'm at 50, 40. Let's see if it comes to a complete stop. And now I'm doing 15, 10. Now I'm just cruising. So it's not one pedal driving as per se, and I would have liked regenerative braking to be stronger. It is funny how most Asian cars, well, most Chinese cars, drive very much the same as long as they're SUVs of this particular setup. You know, regen doesn't come to a full stop because in China, they're not allowed to. But some companies or some brands have a specific software version just for Europe so that you can come to a full stop. For example, Xpeng does this. So overall, it's a very comfortable drive. I mean, I've got massaging seats, so who cares how fast it goes around the corner. It's all right for driving, seems safe, easy to control. That's really all I care about. There are so many car brands coming into Europe that I literally have to learn a new brand name every single week. And to be honest, I don't think all of them are here for the long term. They're not all gonna stay, are they? However, Geely certainly is. I think they have the product, the technology, and the pricing just right for Europe. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below, and I'll see you again soon in another video of a totally electric car. Ciao.